Hey, my name is Marvin. I'm 31 years old and I work in tech. I learned about care last year when I was also going through a rough time in my job, and I wanted to make sure that I'm in perfect conditions to manage the situation. So it was at a very good moment in my life where I learned about care and about the opportunity to get to know my body better. So the first time I entered the care lab, I felt a warm welcome, and then I sat down with the health coach. We just had a brief conversation about what care is, and he learned about my lifestyle. So after the first appointment, we went immediately to the medical room where also the personnel changed. There was a trained person from the medical sector. She took some blood, we did ECG and in-body values as well as blood pressure, I believe. The second appointment for checking out the results was in 10 days. So when I came back, I had a meeting with the doctor and the health coach and learned a lot about my body, stuff that I hadn't known before. So one of the most convenient aspects for me about care is that you have the app, you have everything readily available at any time. If you compare it to a regular walk-in laboratory or just a doctor where you get your blood work done, you will get a report that you probably don't even understand, you will lose it. Then they revealed the score to me, and it was a good feeling because they said it's a good score and still there's potential for improvement. And then obviously I was interested in the individual parts that make the score, right? How can I improve it? How can I get to 100%? One particular thing about the score that was super useful for me is that apparently I had a lack of vitamin D3, even though I was already supplementing it. So I felt that was super useful because I would have never known, right? I was already taking it, but turns out I had to take 3 times the amount I was already taking. I basically implemented it right away in my lifestyle, and a few days later started to feel more energized. So also super interesting for me was the in-body analysis, which kind of measures percentage of fat and muscles in your body. Because you know, after a certain age, now I'm 31, so body starts to change, and you just want to make sure that you keep kind of the muscles and are not building up fat. So after a few months, when I came back to the lab and got my blood tested again, I was super happy to see that my score had gone up, and that was basically a reaffirmation of whatever I was doing had impact in my life. Not only did I feel better, but also seeing that in a score. I am definitely continuing with care. I mean, it's one thing to look at a snapshot analysis of your body values, etc. But I think what's more important is to track it over time and seeing how your body changes, how the composition changes, how your vitamins change. So I can definitely recommend care to anyone who is interested in learning about their body and wanting to improve themselves and just having a healthy lifestyle. I mean, it's curious, right? People know everything about most aspects in their lives. So they know how much horsepower their car has, how much storage their phone has, how many megapixels their camera has, but very few people actually know about the most important parameters of their body, and that's actually the most important. So it makes sense to have a better feeling of it, right?